All right, let's try a little thought experiment together. It's one that might just change how you see, well, everything. It all starts with a simple question about our place in cosmic time, but the answer? It's both humbling and, I think, incredibly empowering.
So, I want you to picture this, the whole story of the universe, all 13.8 billion years of it, from the Big Bang all the way to this very moment. What if we squeezed it all down into a single 24-hour day, a cosmic clock? Okay, now let's get personal. On this massive cosmic clock, how much time do you get? Your entire life. All the laughs, the tears, the thoughts, the dreams, all of it. Would it last a few minutes? Maybe a second? Let's find out. The answer? Well, we're calling it the cosmic flicker. And believe me, it puts our entire existence into a shocking new perspective. So first things first, let's set the scale. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. That is the huge chunk of time we're starting with. And we're shrinking that entire timeline down to just one day. That's 24 hours, which is 86,400 seconds. Every star that ever formed, every galaxy that ever spun, it all has to fit into this one day. And when you do the math, an entire 80-year human life lasts just over half a millisecond. Yeah, you heard that right. Not half a second, half a millisecond. That's it. Just an impossibly brief flash. To really let that sink in, your whole life at half a millisecond is hundreds of times shorter than a single blink of your eye. On this cosmic clock, you would be born and you would die mid-blink.
You know, it's like we're the tiniest, quickest little spark in a giant firework display that's been slowly unfolding for almost 14 billion years. A beautiful, yeah, but incredibly fleeting moment.
But hold on. If we're really that insignificant on the cosmic scale, it creates this astonishing paradox. Because if our moment is so brief, how on earth have we managed to achieve so much? I mean, seriously, think about it. In that half a millisecond flicker, we have somehow managed to figure out the fundamental laws of the universe, we've split the atom, we've built telescopes that can literally see back to the dawn of time, and we've even had the nerve to ask the universe itself how old it is.
So that's the real mystery, right? How can a species with such a microscopic slice of time accomplish any of this? It seems totally, completely absurd.
Well, the answer is, we found a loophole. We figured out how to cheat the system. We learned how to hack the timescale itself.
Simply put, we hacked the universe's speed limit on what a species can achieve. We found a way to punch way, way above our weight class.
And here's exactly how we did it. We learned to connect our individual flickers of consciousness together. We figured out how to pass knowledge forward, so that when one person died, their ideas didn't die with them. We built a continuous collective intelligence.
And this is the toolkit we used. Writing gave us an external memory. The scientific method gave us a shared rulebook for testing and building on ideas. The internet connected all our minds instantly across the entire planet. And now, AI is basically accelerating the speed of thought for the whole system.
And the result of this hack is staggering. We have, without really even noticing it, become something kind of like the Borg from science fiction, a true collective mind.
And that is the craziest part. We all go about our day feeling like these separate, disconnected people. But the reality is something else entirely.
The reality is, you are a thinking, feeling node in a single planetary superorganism. Every book you read, every conversation you have, it plugs you into a collective mind that has been learning and growing for thousands of years.
But you know, unlike the sci-fi version, our collective wasn't built on violence or forcing people to join in. It was built willingly, driven by this relentless curiosity and a deep desire to understand. And that, right there, is our species' unique genius. So, if our collective mind is already, for all intents and purposes, immortal, what's the next logical step? What's the endgame for a species that has already hacked time?
The next move is pretty obvious, isn't it? We've achieved immortality for the group, now we turn that focus to the individual. The new grand challenge is to make each one of those 0.5 millisecond flickers last as long as they choose to.
And we're already sprinting down two main paths. First, there's the wetware route. That's all about hacking our own biology, trying to stop or even reverse aging, using amazing tools to fix our cells. That could give us lifespans of hundreds or thousands of years. But then there's the software route, which is even wilder, transferring our consciousness into a digital form where our survival isn't tied to a fragile body anymore.
And the implication of all this is just profound. If we succeed, humanity stops being this brief little flicker. We become the universe's permanent conscious observer, a witness that finally gets to stick around and see how the whole story ends.
And that leaves us with one final awe-inspiring question. For 13.8 billion years, the universe has been almost entirely unaware of itself. So what happens? What changes when a tiny piece of it wakes up and decides to stick around forever?